overlooked position, but one of the most vital ones. Looking at the Olaf versus Zach matchup, we're gonna see Olaf break a lot of the CC that Howard is going to bring to the table. So the one thing I will say is Zach going to get that early advantage, or are we going to have Olaf actually run wild all over Zach's jungle? Because Olaf can clear jungle camps faster than Zach, so it's a matter of whether our Olaf will start counter jungling Zach early.
Well, this is once again just to remind you a best of one for a place in the grand final, so no room for mistakes.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how Howard and Cardinal, because if you look at the past games that they've had, Cardinal has dropped one to Mount St. Mary's, and Howard has dropped one to GWU. So they both have came up with some losses here, and seeing this as a best of one, there's no going back from here. One of these teams may be having a salty run back with someone they dropped into losers before.
Could well be the case. Nothing wild to start off proceedings here. No invades. A somewhat aggressive ward, I guess, on the bot lane for Howard, but that's about it.
Yeah, we're going to see in the top lane, we do have the Shin helping out the Zac up there. So the Shin's going to lose out on a couple farm. Not a lot, but a couple farm over to the Aatrox there in the top lane.
Watching this Lucian. Going to be pushing that wave pretty hard already, hoping that the turret ends up killing a few of those minions. And getting good poke damage done already. A great start for the Lucian.
Oh, whoo! Super low on that Orianna.
Oh. Very low indeed. And the Orianna, it's got to go back, I guess? That doesn't feel good.
Orianna does have to go back early. Oh, we get that big dive. Are we going to see the kill? Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh!
That was such a misplay by the Tristana.
Oh. But I gotta say, I support it. That's the sort of all-in that we love to watch and would hate to be a part of.
Giving up an early first blood over there in the bot lane. Well, it looked like Jinx, it was the writing on the wall for Jinx to go down, but it turns out it was Tristana that was going to take up that L there.
And what an L it was. Here's the Aatrox. Such a powerful champion, in my opinion. Someone I always hated facing in the top lane when I used to play that role.
Oh, let me see the... Ooh. Looks like we're going to have another big engage in the bot lane.
Yeah. Is the Rel, but rooted under tower. It's going to be a trade. But yeah, you prefer that for the team that's lost their support rather than their ADC, right?
Correct, yeah, but we see that both kills are actually have gone over to the Nautilus. So we're going to see a little power spike in terms for the Nautilus, but not for the Jinx. So we got that kill over to that Tristana. So Tristana is going to have that gold advantage over that Jinx next time Tristana does back. So we looking at like the items that they currently have. We have 2 long swords on the side of Jinx and just a Doran's and a pot. Once Tristana goes back, we'll see that she'll have that advantage over that Jinx in lane. But looking at that Nautilus, he is going to get much tankier, much faster than the Rel currently.
Does seem to be the case. We've got a little bit of jungler action on the bottom lane. I think Zac looking to make something happen. Meanwhile, Lucian pushing the Orianna once again. Rel stunned up. But nothing really comes of it. The Zac still roaming, sort of waiting for an opportunity. Spent a lot of time in this bot lane, not farming though. And yeah, I think we'll finally move away.
Yeah, they are absolutely super aggro on that Rel down in the bot lane. They just do not care. We might be seeing, ooh, that Orianna is just getting poked out in the mid lane.
And not for the first time that Lucian's got hit by a turret, but still so far ahead and just doing a tremendous amount of damage.
Yeah, I'm looking like, so The one thing that I will say, we haven't seen any presence in the mid lane, no matter how much Orianna is actually getting poked out. I would like to see if Olaf can come through and help out that Orianna when it comes to that Lucian.
Yeah, because at the moment, a solo kill, 20 minion kills above as well. The Lucian has such a lead. It's going to be, you know, if it was hard before for the Orianna to lane against the Lucian, it's only going to be harder now.
Yeah, so
Shen,
like,
Aatrox turns it around. Here's the Lucian, though, looking for more. Can't quite get the kill.
Yeah, so we're looking at a nice little trade basically in the top lane. We got a kill onto there, but he was able to get out before that Lucian did come through. Now that we're getting close to ult in the bot lane, I'm just waiting for the actual engage on the side of Howard, because they are super in the bottom lane, super aggressive. They've been going through and diving for every single play they could possibly can. So I'm wondering when they're going to dive again onto Cardinal.
Well. The dragon is up and being taken just as quickly by the trio from Howard. Bring it down quite slowly, though. And I think they'd be in a bit of trouble if the bot lane of Cardinal came to see them off, but they've done it slyly enough that they will get it and return back to the lane very safely indeed.
I will say this, there's no wards on the side of Cardinal in the bot lane right now. There's nothing going on down there. You look at the map,
you're right.
There's just no vision anywhere on the map right now for Cardinal. So they probably didn't even know they were at Dragon. They possibly could have thought they were backing.
Yeah, it makes sense to me because I feel like, well, you know, that is hard to gauge. Of course, we have all of the information and they have almost none of it. So the risk there is they go to Dragon and it's a bad fight, right? Which would be the worst of all scenarios. So maybe it was the correct play from them. This solution, though, I'm starting to be a little bit worried for Cardinal that this one champion is just going to get out of hand.
Yeah, Lucian can, especially in lane, when he's soloing, he can get a lot of priority. Ooh, and we're going to see a big kill come through in that top lane.
Bang.
Yeah, so like I was saying, the one thing that I'm gonna see, like Lucian has a lot of priority when it comes in the lane, whether he's ADCing or he's mid laning or top. He's actually very versatile in terms of the positions he could do. So looking at him, he's gonna get lane priority. That's why I'm looking towards that Olaf to possibly come in to help shut down that Lucian, but we have not seen Olaf come through the mid lane yet. So that's why Orianna has been floundering. She's 20 farm down. She's given up a kill, and nothing has come through to help her yet.
Very right. You're very right. How so? And, you know, not to rag on them, but the Shen is massively behind on minion kills.
Yeah, massively behind, has given up 2 kills over to the Aatrox. It's a tale of 2 lanes. We can see that Aatrox is going to be able to dive on that Lucian, but that Lucian is going to have the damage and the escape once we get closer to team fights. So I'm curious to see how Cardinal and how Howard played their advantage.
Still 4-2. It's around about a 1,000 gold lead. Not too bad. And, you know, a lot of that gold lead is on the Nautilus, so it's a little questionable how large the impact's going to be.
Oh, and we see an all-in by the Lucian.
Oh,
and Orianna escapes with her life.
Just about.
We do see that Zach is still hovering around the mid lane to possibly re-engage onto that Ori, but he looks like he's just going to take Olaf's farm on the bottom side. Oh, and now we're gonna see that run in by Olaf.
Oh, the Lucian gets dropped. This Olaf. So much damage for the Zac looking for the double. Might get dropped himself by the turret. No, it's going to be Shen that comes in and cleans up. The Zac lives. What a swing.
Yeah, that Shin ult came in clutch. I don't know if Aatrox was around Shin when he was ulting, because Aatrox could have disrupted that ult by Shin if he had displaced him, because that ult is a channel. So the one thing I will say, that Shin had a clutch ult onto that Zac to keep Zac up, because his passive was down, so he would have went down if he'd have died to that turret. But it looks like he is going to end up getting traded out himself under turret by the Aatrox. That Aatrox is going to be on a killing spree.
So the Aatrox looking like one of the strongest champions on the map right now. The Shen, with that double kill, you know, it looks good, but then gets dropped themselves. And I'm looking at the Lucian even, who was slowed down, and a little bit worried that Howard doesn't have like a real X factor right now. But, well, I tell you what isn't an X factor, it's this Orianna. Gets absolutely demolished in the mid lane.
Yeah, so that Orianna is going through the same pain that Shin was going through versus that Aatrox. Orianna absolutely got fully ganked by the bot lane onto into that fight, and no damage was coming through by that Orianna. So we're going to see an 0-3 Orianna. That Lucian is going to have all the lane priority for the rest of this game versus that Orianna. Ooh, and we got that big play by that Jinx.
Yeah, comes up trumps, and it's going to be interesting as it may well set the tone for the moments to come. It's one Drake apiece, important to note.
It went from, it was going to be a 2 Drake advantage for Howard. It went to a 1 Drake advantage after that Jinx miraculously stole that dragon run underneath Howard's noses. So at least that's something that's going good for Cardinals Esports. They do have about 100 gold lead right now, but it looks like they're trying to go for more right now in the bot lane.
Here's Rel, a little bit out of position maybe. Has to get out of that. Shen as well. Pushed away.
Oh, we're going to see a big engage into the bot lane. Oh.
Just off the mark. Shen goes in. Rooted though. The Nautilus getting these stuns off, and oh, surely too much of a commitment. Lucian now trying to make something happen. Even the ult though, there's not really that much damage. Tries to all in now on the Jinx, but dropped almost immediately. Zac looking for a little bit of revenge, but is surely going to pay with their life. All of them little body lives.
We got all 5 members of Howard in the bot lane, and they could not take down only but 1 member of Howard. They completely dived there, and to get nothing of it but that Jinx afterwards. That Tristana, that was not the correct play to go there. We did get that Shin ult, but they were completely under tower and under match. We did see that counter teleport from Aatrox, who managed to clean that all up. Orianna was able to get some precious gold plates before the plates went down, and it's looking good for Cardinal Esports right now. That was a major turnaround and a major misplay by Howard that cost them that 3,000 now gold lead. I'm sorry, gold deficit.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Tristana going in again, but is history going to repeat itself? We see the Rel try and save her, but Well, I think that was quite predictable, wasn't it?
Yeah, they are so aggressive in that bot lane, and they're just coming up empty every time. That Tristana went in, that Olaf was already there in the bot lane. The Rel just went in to save that Tristana, and the Rel paid with her life, but Tristana was able to escape. They need to calm down their engages, and it looks like we might see another engage here because Tristana is going to be outmanned in that bot lane.
Yep, up against 2. Here's the stun from the Nort. Gonna try and jump out. Okay, the Trist lives. Oh god.
I had to burn that flash there to save herself from getting ulted by Jinx. Oh, and we're gonna see the engage from Zach in the bot lane.
Ooh, and it looked kind of close, and then it stopped looking even nearly as close as the Zac gets to walk away, Jinx to fall. And now Shen wanting a piece of this Aatrox when the Aatrox has 2 levels and a whole hell of a lot more gold.
Yeah, we're looking at almost a 2,000 gold advantage in the top lane with the 5 kills. The over almost 100 farm. Shin should be backing off from this turret right here because Aatrox can get whatever the heck he wants right now. He has all the money, no limit on the credit card. He is rolling in the gold right now.
They call him the Paris Hilton of League of Legends because daddy's paying.
All right, that one got me.
You're very welcome.
It's looking like Cardinals gonna hopefully shore up their vision around this dragon pit because we're gonna have dragons spawning here soon. Unfortunately, they won't be able to get rid of the scuttle because that was taken by Zac in the bottom side. So we're looking to actually a fight might be brewing up soon in that bot side jungle area because because dragon is up.
It certainly is.
And it looks like instead they did turn onto the Orianna. Oh.
And here's Olaf! So much burst and will take down the Lucian. Just caught off guard a little bit. Here comes the Nor and the Jinx to join in. Zac trying to go aggressive, but making some space for their team. Gonna get killed though. And, well, we walk away, both teams taking some losses.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1 on the side of Cardinal Esports. They did come out the winners in that fight, and we do see the kill going over to the Jinx on one of them. It looks like the Olaf had secured that kill on that Lucian. So it's good to see how Olaf was able to transition after Orianna was pinging for help in order to get out and actually get some value from that all-in. And looks like they are going to get the dragon as well because they're going to start it here. Or they're just going to back off, which... it's also not a bad idea.
Yeah, don't feel quite confident enough to just come in and take the dragon. Gonna have to posture a little bit beforehand.
Big fight in the bot lane.
Yeah, a huge one. Trist doing lots of damage to the Nort immediately. Gets dunked on. The Olaf tries to push in, but there's some good kiting. A little bit of stutter step from the Tristana who's going to jump out. But Aatrox is all in, but he's gone. And the Trist, through all of it, lives, dealing so much damage. And that's the dragon forfeited.
And then just look back at Lucian. Lucian with the triple kill there. All the gold that he just received from that 3 kills. He also received that shutdown gold from Aatrox. Lucian will be rolling in this gold. He already has a Kraken Slayer. He's looking to get an Essence Reaver coming up soon. He has the gold for it, and it looks like Howard is looking to compile this on.
Orianna dropping low, but not low enough.
We almost saw Lucian absolutely get picked for his bravado.
It's been a strange game for this Trist, hasn't it? Some great moves, some very, very poor moves as well. Bit of give and take.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see that. Tristana has Fed kills, prevented a lot of damage, made smart engages. And it looks like they're going to end up taking that top turret down possibly, or get
Look at the damage.
collapsed on.
But yeah, here's the Olaf and here's the Nort as well. And the Nort sort of gave away that the Olaf was coming by running in as he did. The Olaf not able to find his mark though, and immediately this turns and looks pretty ugly as the Trist just dealing so much damage. The Nautilus falls and, well, the turret's going to fall as well. You tried to defend it. All you did was gave away your life.
Yeah, that Nautilus did give away the position. They did take that tower down, and they almost got that re-engage on the backside. But looks like Howard's going to take their small victories and shorten that gold lead to only about 800 gold now.
Not a big lead at all.
Looks like we're going to see an all-in come through.
Olaf just has to fight here up against the Rel. Okay, there's one, but the damage, it's coming out from Zac. It's coming out from Lucian. And Orianna, probably a little bit scared to continue that fight, but with the Aatrox, opportunity knocks.
Looks like they are going to be going all in on this Lucian. Ooh.
Ooh, there is the slow and the stun pulled back in, and dunk. From the Aatrox.
That's 700 shutdown gold going over to the Aatrox. The rich get richer here.
Just like in real life.
Man, it's interesting to see. We have probably 80%. A lot of the gold that's going to be on the side of Cardinal Esports is going to be over there on that Aatrox. The Aatrox has over 110 farm advantage onto that Shin right now. So Aatrox is not going to be one they're going to want to try to pick off because he has the possibility for a major multi-kill. Looking at that stride breaker that he currently has, he's going to be going for the engages to make sure no one can get out of these fights, flash over walls, or get away. He's going to dash and try to slow them down. So it's interesting to see how they're going to play around this super fed Aatrox on the side of Howard, but they have been responding well. They do have a lot of damage coming out from the mid lane and the ADC, both with Crack and Slayer, so that extra damage on the third auto attack will be paying off versus that Aatrox.
A little bit of a lull in what has been a very action-packed game. The Aatrox probably likes his chances here. And you can see, even though there's two on the side of Howard there, they choose to get out.
Yeah, they both have the abilities to jump over walls and to get out real quick. So they managed to escape with their lives.
Thornmail up for Zac, who's had a very contentious game. Been involved in pretty much every major team fight. Hasn't come off well in every fight, but has certainly had impact. I feel like both the junglers actually in this game have had pretty mixed games.
Yep. And I will give you a bracket update. Looks like GW Esports did take down Mount St. Mary's in the loser semis. So the loser of this match will be facing GW Esports in the loser finals.
And at the moment, it's looking like that's probably going to be Howard. But this game is probably about as close as we've seen at a 24-minute mark.
Yep, only about a little less than 1,000 gold lead, but we are going to see the Dragon is going to come over to the side of Cardinal Esports, and we're going to see an engage over there on their side.
Oh, the Aatrox all the way on top of the Lucian and the Zac.
Oh, the Zac. Oh, okay, the Zac has passive.
No way he's getting away, though. Surely is the Aatrox now going to kill the Slimes. And that is Zac slain. Meanwhile, mid lane, Orianna trying as hard as she can. Rel dropping pretty low, and here's Olaf.
It looks like we do have that teleport coming through on the side of Shin.
Trist low as well. Nautilus on top of that. It's a great sequence for Cardinal.
Yeah, even though they did lose their inhibitor tower, they were managed to pick up a couple more kills in the gold, and they're going to take a tier 2 in the bot lane with Aatrox pushing. So
Yeah.
it's a fair trade. We are still looking at 4 turrets to 4 turrets, but we are going to see an open inhibitor on the side of Cardinal. Now, one of the Howard members could go ahead and sneak that inhibitor, but it's going to be a treacherous journey.
Yeah, and it's one of those moves that really could cost you the game as much as win it for you. Of course, taking down an inhibitor is huge. It's massive. But I think the chances of them getting it safely are pretty slim, and just getting to that part of the map is going to be quite a task as well.
Correct, yeah. We don't see any wards on the side of either team inside of the bot or top side jungle. So it is a possibility that they could sneak down and around to that side. So I would take a look and keep an eye on that base for now, because we possibly could see a nice little sneaky inhibitor take.
$3K the lead for Cardinal. Looking at a Baron, I think.
Yeah, they Cardinal looks like they are setting up Baron, and Howard is there to actually counter set up Baron as well to keep as much vision on the objective as possible. Seeing that Dragon should be up in the next 1 minute, about 2 minutes. We might be seeing a fight whether or Dragon or Baron.
I feel like it's okay until the Aatrox shows up, and look at him go. So much confidence in this fight. His teammates are falling, but why do I still feel this is going to go okay? As long as that Aatrox is alive, nobody is safe.
Aatrox is pulling out big damage. It's up to him and the Orianna, looks like, in this team fight. But that Aatrox will never say die. He does have a triple.
Oh!
He is getting chunked by the Tristana. Oh, will he get it? Oh, and the shutdown by that Tristana.
There we have it. And that is huge. That could be what changes this game. It is the ace. It's now only a 1.2k advantage. And, well, history may well have changed when this best of 3 became a best of 1, because these teams are so close. The volatility of a best of 1. A huge consideration right now. This is do or die.
You're playing a best of 1. You only got 1 shot, so you got to go all out at all times. And we're seeing all out by Cardinal, and we're seeing all out by Howard right now.
Well, 22 to 21. You just can't separate these teams. And they've now both got their X factors. The Aatrox, undoubtedly huge, but this Trist is big enough to deal with him if given a little bit of time and a little bit of space. Meanwhile, the Olaf, still incredibly powerful on the initiation. And Lucian is a backup damage dealer at 5, 5, and 5, doing a great job too. So it feels a little bit more all in on the Aatrox to get things done for Cardinal. Whereas there's more of a balance of the power and impact on the side of Howard.
Yeah, so it's looking like so we're seeing this gold lead steady get dropped, or a little bit of raise. Like, we're looking at less than a 2k gold lead on the side of Cardinal. That is literally about 2 kills for Howard to come back in. It looks like we are gonna get an all in. It looks like on the side of Howard, on that Aatrox, who is alone in the bot lane.
Zach will tether to him, and now they collapse. Is the Aatrox going to be able to get away? No way. No, how? But the Trist is going to fall at the same time. The turret doing so much damage, and Olaf as well. And look, this turret just continues to chunk down the Shen. Olaf on top. Double kill for him. The Shen's going to fall. Rel, no way you're getting out of this. It's a triple for the Olaf, and the Zach, no. You are not reconstituting either. That is a 5-for-1. The lead now much, much larger for Cardinal than it was before.
Yeah, we're looking at now a 5K almost gold swing on the side of Cardinal Esports. They did secure the ace, only losing one member, and it looks like they're also going to take the Baron as well after they take the Dragon. They have about 10 seconds before the next person, Tristana, is up, so this is going to be a free Baron. Now, if Tristana does try to engage on this, they are going to probably be able to easily take her down, but we're looking at a 30-minute Baron right now, and Cardinal has their eyes on the base and Grand Finals.
Look at the Jinx go, sort of coming online, I feel. Didn't have the best laning phase, but doing a great job now. And the Olaf in that last fight, also pivotal.
Yeah, now we're looking at close to a 6K gold lead on the side of Cardinal Esports. So what Howard needs to definitely be able to do is actually go back to what they were doing before. Take these advantageful fights. Do not, and I repeat, do not take any fights where all the members of Cardinal are there.
Well, are they going to manage that? Aatrox, big boy Malloy in the bot lane. And
see, they're rotating.
Pings.
They're rotating 3 down for that Aatrox. None of Cardinal Esports are anywhere near that Aatrox, but that tower is still up, so it's gonna be a little harder trying to gank onto him. And he was able to get out.
For your money, who's the scariest champion on the map right now?
Scariest champion on the map will be that Aatrox.
You think so still?
Yeah, that Aatrox is still going to be scary. That Aatrox has the potential to slow down any team members trying to get out, and also has that damage potential.
Well, we're going to see Zac get taken down, the Shen as well dropping low, the Jinx starting doing so much damage. Meanwhile, Aatrox taking a fight down bottom against the Rel and the Triss. Up ahead, gets both, and will kill the Rel.
And would you look at that? Like, as in Clockwork, we see that Aatrox is just zooming and booming around that map. It's able to take down that Triss, and looks like we have all eyes on the base for Cardinal. This is looking like it is over. We're not going to see a comeback here for Howard Esports, and it looks like we're going to probably see Cardinal going on to our grand finals.
It's looking damn good for Cardinal right now. They're going to be taking down one turret. They're going to be taking down another turret, and then it's just a few right clicks away, and the Nexus will surely fall, and with it, they will have got themselves a place in the grand finals.
Yep, so it's amazing to see. We saw the turnaround. Howard had such the advantage early on in the game, and we see that Aatrox absolutely just rolling and giving that advantage back over to Cardinal Esports. Congratulations to Cardinal Esports, who are moving on to our grand finals. Commiserations over to Howard, but